Everybody at Costco's freaking about the coronavirus, and here I am with my apple tree. The fear has begun. For some people, long-term food storage means buying hundreds and hundreds of pounds of rice, beans, sugar, flour. Mine's a little bit different. It means growing local fruit trees that'll produce food for me and many generations to come. It means producing high-quality animal products using good husbandry and sustainability, which, if done right, does not require a lot of space. Literally, I took an old shed and I turned it into a giant chicken coop and rabbit hatchery, utilizing scrap wood and old fencing. I have a hog pen where I can produce 200 pounds of red meat in a relatively small area. Now, what you don't necessarily need to have are, lots of cows, but as you can see here, you can do it sustainably. You can do it pasture raised, grass fed. There's options. If your long-term food plan looks like a stockpile of, quote, non-perishable food items, I would say you're setting yourself up for failure. Your long-term food plan and food storage should be an investment, meaning it should grow over time. We use this metric with our money, our capital, our relationships. Why not use it with our food? So, as with most people, I feel, when you look at what is long-term food storage, what's my long-term food plan, this picture pops in most people's minds. Nice house, nice family, nice truck, got a nice dog, and I have a ton of stuff. I have 2 months supply of food, 3 months supply of food, 6 months supply of food, 1 year supply of food. And that's great. I think that's wonderful. And I'm not saying don't do that. However, whenever I look online, this is all I see. This is what people talk about. This is what it's all about. Hey, go out there and buy X amount of pounds, X amount of food, X amount of rice, beans, bullets, etc., right? And that's great. I don't want to discount that. But what I really implore you to look at is really change the mindset on it. Because what I feel too many people do, especially those that are just getting into preparedness, it's this idea that you are putting yourself on a timer. That's what we do in modern day first world countries, right? Everything's on a timer. The microwave's on a timer. The oven's on a timer. Your food supply should not be on a timer. What do I mean by that? Well, let's say you have 3 months of food or 1 year's supply of food. You're putting yourself on a timer. The mentality is, I have 1 year, go. That event happens. The event, the pandemic, the economic collapse, the natural disaster, what have you. The timer starts. So your 1 year starts and it starts draining down. That is not what long-term food storage, and that's not what a long-term food plan is supposed to be. You should look at your food plan, you should look at your food supplies, and you should see efficiency, sustainability. You should see it grow, not decrease. When you put yourself in that mindset of, I have X amount, start timer, what you're really saying is, I have this amount and it's going away. When I look at my food storage, when I look at my food plan and preparations, I don't see that. In fact, I see overabundance, an overabundance of growth. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can take a few small livestock animals, 10 pounds of tubers, a sapling, and a shovel, and transform it into a powerhouse long-term food plan. So let's talk about ducks and chickens. They are a powerhouse for preparedness, and I'm surprised most people that are preppers don't utilize them. 5 laying hens, for example, in 1 year will give you 1,250 eggs. That's 154.3 pounds of food, which equates to 100,100 calories, 6,657 grams of fat, 8,792 grams of protein, 57,400 units of vitamin D, 490,000 units of vitamin A, and 623 units of vitamin B12. Now let's look at ducks. Khaki Campbells are a great heritage breed duck. They can be utilized for both meat and eggs. But let's just take eggs for example. 5 laying ducks can give you 1,400 eggs in a year, which equates to 216.1 pounds of food, which equates to 181,300 calories, 13,495 grams of fat, 12,554 grams of protein, 67,620 units of vitamin D, 864,360 units of vitamin A, and 5,292 units of vitamin B12. And remember, we're just talking about egg production. We're not even talking about meat production. So when you're talking about poultry, there's so many applications that they can be used for your food preparedness plan, sustainability, everything from an actual food item to composting to pest control to companionship. So I highly encourage you guys to look at this as a viable option. It does not take very many to get a return on your investment, and if you're needing to increase the size of your flock, it's very easy to do so, and you can do so very cheaply. You can get a chick at your local feed store for about $2.50 a piece, and for a duck, you can get it for about $5. So it's a very easy, cheap way to get high yields, high quality food for you and your family. Now, I know you've heard me say it before, but I'm going to say it again. You'll be hard-pressed to find a better livestock animal than a meat rabbit. Here pictured is our New Zealand Blues. I highly recommend them. So 2 does and 1 buck will give you approximately 50 pounds of food per month. That's 600 pounds of food a year, just with 2 does. That equates to 370,138 calories of food, which is 15,105 grams of fat, 54,568 grams of protein, 35,381 units of calcium, 898,128 units of potassium, and 19,487 units of vitamin B12. And I must add, this is not including the organ meat. Overall, rabbits are a great preparedness livestock animal. They can be used in all aspects of preparedness, everything from food production as a companion animal. Also, their droppings can be used as a cold fertilizer, which means they can go directly on plants without burning them. Overall, there's so many applications and uses for rabbits that I highly encourage you guys to take a look at that. If you have any questions or want more information on poultry or rabbits, I'll leave some links in the description box below for you to take a look at. There's lots of good information online as well. So let's talk about gardening and permaculture for a second. That apple tree that you saw in the beginning of the video that I got at Costco cost me $9.99. In one season, that tree can produce 500 apples, which equates to 287 pounds of food, which will give me 76,700 calories, 166,400 milligrams of vitamin A, 312 milligrams of vitamin E, 135,200 milligrams of potassium, and 6,500 milligrams of magnesium. And what's great about fruit-bearing trees, bushes, and shrubs, if done properly, meaning you choose one that grows in your crop zone or is native, it requires very little work. Essentially, all I had to do was take a shovel, dig a hole of appropriate depth, and plant the tree. It does not take a lot of work, and as you can see from the yields, it's really outstanding. It's amazing what you can do. This should not take a lot of time and a lot of effort. The next plant I want to recommend you look into are seed potatoes. 2 pounds of seed potatoes can give you 50 pounds of food. So 10 pounds of seed potatoes can give you 250 pounds of food, which equates to 87,316 calories, which equals 54,568 grams of protein, 22,339 units of vitamin C, 481,942 units of potassium, and 19,487 units of magnesium. Potatoes are a great food source. Number one, the plant is very hearty. Two, you can incorporate it pretty easily into any meal that you're making. And three, the amount that you get back in yields for what little you have to put into it really makes it a very easy sell, in my opinion. And just like the apple tree, the only real piece of equipment you need is a good, dependable shovel. So let's bring this home for a second. If you do just these 5 things, 5 very simple, basic things, you will have a total of 1,507.4 high quality, nutrient dense pounds of pasture raised, organic food for your family, which will equate to 815,554 total calories that you're able to raise and grow yourself with minimum inputs. And as you can see, if you're wanting to exponentially grow your food ability, your food plan, your food storage, you can do so with relative ease by simply adding a chicken or a duck or a rabbit or planting another tree or putting a couple more pounds of tubers into the ground. You can see how easy it is to exponentially grow your food reserves. So here are the takeaways. 1, your long-term food storage plan should be an investment, meaning you should be growing it over time. 2, incorporate livestock animals into your preparedness food plan. This can be easily done with poultry, rabbits, goats, quail. There's lots of different avenues by which you can do this. 3, incorporate some type of gardening or permaculture into your preparedness food plan. Food-bearing trees are great, tubers are great. There's a lot of different great plants that you can grow. 4, this really shouldn't require a lot of your time and effort to grow. You should be able to produce high quality, high yield foods if done correctly. And 5, like any other investment or portfolio, your food storage plan should be versatile. You should be able to eat it, repurpose it, and you should be able to sell it all while simultaneously growing it. For those of you who have concerns or are unsure how to grow livestock, especially in a small, limited space, I did a video just on this topic. I'll leave a link in the description box below for you guys to check out. I hope you guys liked the video. If you guys have any comments or questions, leave them in the comment section below. And as always, guys, long live the Republic.